at people. Look at people. Look at people. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, it is always a pleasure for me to be in the Salybia constituency. This is my home. This is the people who truly love me and who I love dearly in that constituency. And you know, for those of you who are not from here, I am the only prime minister in our country's history who was given an award by the Kalnago chief and the Kalnago people for my contribution to the development of the Kalnago territory. You know, gone are the days when people would come here and ask us to vote for them, and they would say that they could buy us with a shoot of rum and conkers. This is no more in the Kalnago territory and the Salybia constituency. No more disrespect to our people. No more disrespect to our people. I am here tonight to endorse the candidacy of Kozia Frederick for the Salybia constituency. And I want to say to you that there is absolutely no doubt that Kozia has done well for the Salybia constituency. And if you give him another term, we will continue the transformation of the Salybia constituency. There are several projects which he spoke of tonight. And the good thing about it is that we have all the money to do all what he has said we will do in this term. Ladies and gentlemen, the Labour 2020 campaign was built on two fundamental themes. That Labour is still, first one is that Labour is still the best choice for Dominica. And the second fundamental theme is that stability is key. The outcome tonight of the UWP's convention reinforces the seriousness of the times that we live in this country. UWP pressured Lennox Linton in resigning in September. That is after the plotters had spent the previous 3 months searching for what they considered pedigree leadership. In automobile terms, ladies and gentlemen, they were looking for a Mercedes-Benz, a BMW, and even a Bentley. This is what they were looking for. They set the standards that high. So no existing member of the party was considered for leadership or considered to be on par of the standards they had set. And with general elections due in 2025, they will continue to search. And we heard about this professional, the daughter of so-and-so, the son of so-and-so. All kinds of brand names were called for this leadership of the Workers' Party. They left the position of leader open for almost 3 months. I called an election early November, and all of the brand name persons, the Mercedes-Benz, the BMWs, and the Bentley, and even a little Toyota from Wesley all drop out of the leadership race, ladies and gentlemen. Little Maslin from Vickers went up solely on the strength of youth, ladies and gentlemen. And they chopped Maslin's head. And tonight, the UWP is led by a gentleman that could not even convince the constituency of where he's from to vote for him. A man who packed and ran out of Dominica after Maria and did not send not one little barrel for us in Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. A man who claims to work for a foreign government, but who could not get a vaccine, far less a test kit for us here in Dominica. But this is the useless, uncharismatic, and anti-young people, individual that the UWP has chosen as their leader. In these very difficult times, I am told even the people who voted for him did not applaud the results when it was announced at the conference. And you know, the UWP is the most environmentally friendly party in the whole world. They love to recycle leaders, ladies and gentlemen. And so they have now a brand new used car as the leader of their party. When I said on November 6th that the country needed a national reset, this is what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The danger of Dominica being put in the wrong hands at the worst possible times. Thompson Fountain does not believe in the social programs of this Dominican Labour Party government. He has chided the NEP. He has criticized the Yes We Care program. He has chastised and criticized the allowance that we're giving for people 70 and over. He has said the housing revolution should never be a government responsibility. This is the person they have now as their leader of their party. Thompson Fountain believes that the public service is bloated, ladies and gentlemen. He's an economist. And if he were to be given the opportunity to lead our country, the first thing he would do as Prime Minister is to cut the size of the public service. Cut the size of the public service because he believes it is too big, it is too large. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand the implications of the UWP leadership. Public servants and all of us in this country must understand the implications of these guys getting into office. The UWP is not fooling anybody in this country because they are now saying orange is the new blue. And so they have candidates parading as independent candidates, but they are truly UWP candidates, ladies and gentlemen. And so therefore, supporters of the Dominican Labour Party need to understand it will take votes in the boxes to form the government. You cannot be a Labour Party supporter and telling me you're not going to vote. You cannot be a Labour Party supporter and you're telling me you're not going to vote. You cannot wish Labour Party well and refusing to vote. You cannot tell me you are grateful for all what Labour has done for you, your community, and your country, and you're telling me you're not going to vote. The choice, my dear friends, is crystal clear in this country. The Labour Party on December 6th, you are either voting ladies and gentlemen, on December 6th for the Labour Party, or you are not voting. It is simple as that. There are no other categories of voters in Dominica. There are those who are going to vote, and there are those who are not voting, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to make up your minds. Make up your minds on which side of the fence you're standing tonight, and you'll be standing on December 6th. UWP had an 11th hour opportunity to show what it is made of. And once again, it demonstrated that Labour is still the best choice for Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. We just don't want to win these elections. Understand this. We just don't want to win these elections. We want a significant number of Dominicans to vote for us and be a part of a national reset that is necessary going into 2023. So the elections on December 6th is not a spectator sport. It is not about observing it from your air-conditioned offices. And let me say to you, public officers, and those of us who are on the NEP, even if you are appointed in the public service, a vicious UWP government led by that same person, someone like Thompson Fountain, would find ways and means of sending home appointed public officers. So don't believe you are safe, and don't believe that you don't need labor anymore. Your future is in jeopardy by what we see unfolding in the UWP, ladies and gentlemen. We have to use these elections to send a clear message that Dominica is firmly behind the Dominica Labour Party. UWP has always been a malicious party. The police officers know of what the UWP did to the police service when they removed a man who was appointed as chief of police and several gazetted officers. They found a way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. And so let us understand, ladies and gentlemen, that voting is important. And I'm saying to my dear voters of the Salybia constituency, what you are looking for on December 6th, and all of us in Dominica, what you're looking for on December 6th on this ballot paper is only the shoe. Simply find the shoe and put your X next to the shoe, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the detractors of labor. You are voting for labor and stability, or you are risking confusion and chaos in our country. And this nonsense of spoiling your ballot, we must all be reminded that our forebears, what they did to allow us that opportunity to be voting in an election in our country today. So spoiling a ballot should never be a consideration by any right-thinking citizen of our country. And you know, you can't say you're not voting because you vex. You vex with that person and this person, or you didn't get that or this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to make serious decisions on December 6th. Labor has been good to this country, and labor will continue to be good to Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. The seniors of UWP stubbornly refuse to accept the young people who have worth, that young people have ability. The UWP have always said, do not love young people, ladies and gentlemen. 18 years ago, They said that the Labour Party chose a boy to do a man's work. Well, we have news for them today that that boy did the work very well, ladies and gentlemen.
It's my PM family. Labour's still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise. Labour's still the best.
And I dare say that that young boy, that boy did the work remarkably well for our country. They told a 38-year-old man that he ain't ready yet. Today's vote was not just a rejection of a Vickers boy, but also a rejection of all young people in Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. But compare what Roosevelt Skerrit and the Labour Party is doing in this election, ladies and gentlemen. See the number of young people I have recruited to be candidates in this election. And so the young people of Dominica ought to know that their future is safer with the Dominica Labour Party. Safer. When you look at the public service or in government agencies, you will see where we have appointed young people to lead departments because of our trust and confidence in the ability and the worth of young people in Dominica. So I'm saying to young people that we will always have you around the decision making of this government and of this country. But the Workers' Party is saying there is no place for young people in this country, ladies and gentlemen, and in their party. And that is the difference between how Labour treats the young people and how the Workers' Party treats young people. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you're saying that Labour is still the best choice for Dominica, if you're saying that stability is key, there is absolutely no confusion about who to vote for in this election. Because we are voting for stability. We are voting for the country's welfare and well-being, ladies and gentlemen. And Labour has delivered for the people of Dominica. And so every single vote is important. You know, I respect the fact that you have a choice in this election. You can decide how you vote. But our grandparents always told us that how you make your bed, that is how you will sleep on it. 5 years is a long time to regret a decision. Voting is too important an action and a decision for anybody to play with it. As parents, we are voting for our children because they cannot make decisions for themselves. And you know in that constituency, you know in the Salybia constituency, that Roosevelt Skerrit will always have your back. Always have your back. And you know in this country that Roosevelt Skerrit will always have your back. When people abandon us, when they abandoned us after the hurricane, ladies and gentlemen, it is Roosevelt Skerrit who stood tall and said, we will build Dominica after the hurricane. So let us not get into this thing about I not voting. I vex. What you vex about? To not vote. You want to leave what you have for what you don't have? What's the song there? Where is it? You have it? I not live in what I have for what I not yet see. I not live in what I have for what I not yet see. Let's sing it. I not live in what I have for what I not yet see. There is only one serious political party in Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. Only one serious political party in this country. a party that loves senior citizens, who have cared for senior citizens, a party that cherishes young people, who embrace young people, a party that loves children and is doing everything to ensure a better future for our children. This is what we're voting for in 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Let us understand that. And so, I am urging us to go out on election day, December 6th. We cannot say that Labour has won already. We cannot say that Skerrit is the Prime Minister already. No. We have to go out in the 15 constituencies early. Take your children, your entire family, and go and vote as a family. It is absolutely important that you are counted on December 6th. You cannot come and celebrate when you have not voted. You have to go out and vote. So I am encouraged by the numbers that we've seen here tonight. It is clear to me that the people, the vast majority of Dominicans, are with the Dominica Labour Party. And you know, someone was telling me last night, oh, they have not seen all the beautiful girls in Labour, but I can tell that person tonight, all the sexy girls are with the Dominica Labour Party. Because I can tell you, I've seen beautiful people in that crowd. They still with Labour. And I'm seeing the senior citizens there still with Labour, ladies and gentlemen. I am seeing you solid with Labour because you know that Labour is still the best choice for Dominica. Still the best choice. They can say what they want, they can ask the questions, they can make comments. They will come back with the answer being Labour is still the best choice for Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. So to the young people of Dominica, join us. This is the only party that celebrates young people. This is the party that elected a 31-year-old as Prime Minister of this country. This is the party that has appointed the youngest deputy senator in the history of our country. This is the party that has the youngest candidate to contest elections in our history at 23 years old, ladies and gentlemen. And don't even talk about respect for women. We have close to 50% of our candidates being formidable women in Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I'm saying to all national, regional, international women's organizations that Skerrit deserves an award for having so many women running elections in Dominica. And you know, some men, maybe some of them on stage, I don't know, in the crowd, don't like when I say women run things. Women run things in Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. And so we have to continue that legacy, that recognition of the talent in our country, building a solid future for our country, providing the country with leadership opportunities for the next 20 and 30 and 40 years. Young people in their 30s, look at this. I am just 50 years old. You know, some people say I look 21 years old, that's good. But I'm 50 years old, and I am among the oldest in the cabinet, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine that? This is a party of the times. A party that is embracing talent to ensure we can overcome the challenges confronting Dominica. And so, I am encouraged that the message has gotten to Dominicans that we must vote in this election. We must vote in this election. And I have no doubt that the God-fearing, good people of Dominica will go out on December 6th, bright and early and vote for the Dominica Labour Party and give us all 21 seats. All 21 seats, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said in Castle Bruce last night, that the Lord works in mysterious ways. And sometimes we don't see it as visible as we should. But the Lord wants to have, as part of the national reset, greater unity in our country, removing this political tribalism and hate that exists in our country. We want peace and brotherhood and sisterhood to be our neighbor's keeper in the true sense of the word. And this is why, when the Workers' Party say they boycott elections, no, this is the Lord's work. The Lord has said He do not want this kind of people in Parliament in Dominica anymore. They're too divisive. They're spewing hate and hatred too much in our country. Let us embrace people. We don't have to agree all the time, but we have to respect each other and treat others with respect and brotherhood and sisterhood, that we're all Dominicans. Let's join hearts and hands in this country for the greater good of our country, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what I offer to every single Dominican. We have to bring back the days when we fought elections hard and strong. But after elections, we became one. But now the Workers' Party have brother against brother and sister against brother. That's not right. And so I am confident that post this election will bring the spirit of unity, love, compassion among ourselves in this country. Dominica is too small for us not to be talking to each other. When hurricane came and mashed up everybody's house. And so let us build that spirit. And you have, the voters of Dominica, have the opportunity, have the occasion to usher in a new time in our country by going out and voting in a resounding way for the candidates of the Dominica Labour Party and usher a new spirit in our country, ladies and gentlemen. And so, as always, I give you the assurance and the commitment that I will continue to do all that I can with my God-given experience and talent and connections to do what I have to do for you, the people of Dominica. Because you are my family. What I want for my children and my family, it is what I want for your children and your family, ladies and gentlemen. That we all have a roof over our heads. That we can have decent jobs. This is why we advance in the digital economy, creating jobs for young people, better paying jobs. Jobs that are paying young people to sit at their homes and work for international companies. $800 a week. This is our commitment that we'll continue to do. Respect for people. This is what Labour Party is offering, ladies and gentlemen. So I know that there are some in the country, some among us who've been waiting for an intervention by this party, by this government. But rest assured, as there is a God, your time will come. Your time will come. And so, I love you very much, my dear people. And I am very grateful for your support, for your love, and for your prayers. Because it is you who give me strength. You who give me the encouragement to continue in the difficult times. Because I know, as Prime Minister of this country, as leader of the Dominica Labour Party, I have the support of the vast majority of Dominicans. And so let us demonstrate that on election day, to go out and vote for the 15 Labour Party candidates across Dominica. Knowing that Labour is still the best choice for Dominica. Knowing that it is the party that has done the most for senior citizens in this country. Knowing that this party has done the most for women in this country. Knowing that this party has done the most for young people in this country. It is this party that revolutionized education in Dominica. For many generations, our young people were denied access to education. Many thousands of us never got to secondary schools, not because we were not smart or didn't pass the common entrance. The system failed us. And Labour came in government and created and introduced universal access to secondary education. We did not only create access to education, we provided the means to take advantage of the access. Free books, free uniforms, free transportation for every child who is attending secondary school across Dominica. These are the things we have done. And you here in the Salybia constituency, you know that too well. The opportunities that we created for the young Kalinago Braves and my brothers and sisters in Atkinson and Twizel. This is Labour work. People like to talk about what Labour has done, but we must never forget where the country was when Labour came into government. And we must never take these things for granted, ladies and gentlemen, because the reality is they were never always with us. They came about when Roosevelt Skerrit became the Prime Minister of this country. Because we are a compassionate people. We care about people. That is our legacy as a government, as a party. So my friends, thank you for the courtesy of listening to me tonight. I am comforted to know that the masses of Dominica has a reason. And they're saying very clearly to the world and to the Caribbean that the vast majority of people are with Labour, ladies and gentlemen. And one of the beauties of this election also, before I leave, is that I am seeing a number of portal workers, people following Labour this election. People who are meeting me, who I know who have voted for all of the time. They never voted for Labour. And they're saying that enough is enough. They have to do something for Dominica, for themselves and for their families. That they cannot support this nonsense called the United Workers' Party anymore. It's not a serious organization. And they're saying, Skerrit, we are with you. We are voting for the Dominica Labour Party this time because you are still the best choice for Dominica. And so, I embrace you. I embrace you, the workers' supporters who are now in red. Who are now in red. Full red. And you know, some of them even dressing more red than Skerrit too, which is good. Very good. This is what we want in the country. That let us all join hands and hearts and minds to help continue the transformation of our country, to address the needs of our country, and to take Dominica to the next level of progress and prosperity. Thank you very much. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Drive safely. Remember, December 6th, we all voting for the Dominica Labour Party. Thank you very much.